All right, guys. So today is Monday, October the 4th. Because I wasn't here Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday of Friday of last week, I need to go over the packet to make sure that you understood the directions from Canvas and you know exactly what is supposed to be submitted. Please take out week 6 packet from last week, and we'll start week 7 packet tomorrow. But we need to make sure that everything is submitted from this packet. Okay? In the video, I've already done Tuesday for you. So let's make sure that we have the warm-ups completed. You should already have Tuesday warm-up. Tuesday warm-up should already be completed. We did that together. We did this together. You should already have this completed. You should already have really all the way through Thursday, because that was the instructions on Canvas to do Wednesday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Please mark out Friday. Mark out this one, please. Mark out that one, please. Ramir, you okay, baby? Mark out Friday, please. All right, I'm going to go through the warm-up real quickly with you just to make sure that you have the correct answers. Please make corrections. Okay? All right, so Wednesday, let's go ahead and get a calculator real quickly, please, so you make sure you have that. I'm going to pause for the calls. Rows 1 and 2. Okay, so everybody has their calculator, so let's look at this one. Julie bought, ladies, pay attention. Julie bought 4.5 pounds of apples to make pie. Okay? The apples cost $6.75. That's how much the apples cost for 4.5 pounds. How much does 1 pound cost? So we're going to take, or you should have taken the $6.75 and divided it by 4.5 pounds to see how much each pound costs. Okay, so when you do that, $6.75 divided by 4.5 pounds. How much does that give you per pound? How much is that per pound? Come on, sit up, babe. Sit up. How much does it cost per pound? Type it in, type it in. Stoney, type it in, babe. Yes. Okay, very good. You see that? 1.5. So it's $1.50 per pound. Okay. Keisha charges a flat rate, charges $1.75 flat rate. She automatically got to pay that to braid hair, in addition to 75 cents per braid. You can tell the person that wrote this does not know nothing about braids, but we're gonna roll with it. So the flat rate, you automatically pay $1.75, okay, and 75 cents per braid. So that's gonna be plus 75 cents for how many ever braids she braids. So let's do B for braids. Elena has no more than $10 to spend. So that means that this amount, she can't go over $10. So it's less than, this amount has to be less than or equal to $10 to spend. She ain't getting braids. Okay? Nobody pays. No, people pay hundreds of dollars for braids. That's ridiculous. So you can tell the person that wrote this don't know nothing that what they're talking about, but that's okay. All right, so let's solve this equation because that's not the way it works. All right, so in order to solve this equation, to get B by itself, to figure out how many braids she could get, you're going to subtract $1.75 from both sides. So this is gone, and you're left with 75 cents B less than or equal to. So now we're going to say $10, if you don't know how to do that, that's okay. $10 minus $1.75. Can somebody tell me how much money that is so far? Very good. $8.25. Good job, y'all. So you got $8.25. So now, in order to get B by itself, we got to get rid of the 75 cents. Any ideas as to how to get rid of the 75 cents? Come on, what's the opposite? No, yes, division. This is multiplication that's between the parentheses and the letter. So the opposite of multiplication is going to be division. Come on, Jeremy, take out your packet and write this stuff down, babe. 75 cents divided by 75 cents on both sides. 75 cents divided by 75 cents is 1. Okay, 75 cents goes into 75 cents one time. So this side is just 1B. Write this down. What's wrong? What's wrong, babe? You're looking around, so I'm just wondering what's wrong. Are you okay? Yeah. Okay. Make sure you write this down, okay? You have a big question mark on your paper. Okay, I wasn't born yesterday, baby. All right, here we go. $8.25. $8.25 divided by 75 cents. What does that give you? Very good. Okay. B is equal to 11. That's nothing. Right? So you can only get 11 braids. Little section. Walk around like this. All right. Any questions? All right. Pause for the calls here. Okay. Yes. You have to wait. We got 9 more minutes. All right. Here we go. Thursday. So let's see how you did on this one. First thing here. Any ideas of what we should do first to solve this problem? Yes. Which one? We know we got to solve for x. So that means we got to get x by itself. What do we get rid of first? This -2 or the -4 that's in front of x? Yes. Put your hand down. The 2. The 2. Jesus. We're going to add 2 to both sides, okay? So we get rid of the 2 first. Do the opposite of subtracting 2, which is to add 2. I always get rid of the numbers that are not directly attached to the variable. Get rid of any number that you can add or subtract first. Okay? -18 plus 2. What does that give us? That's a negative something. -16. This is gone. And I'm left with this -4x. Okay? Make sure you write this down. Now what do we do to get rid of this -4 that's attached by multiplication? What's the opposite? Division. So you're going to divide both sides by a -4. Okay? -16 divided by a -4. A negative divided by a negative is a what? Positive. It's a positive. What's 16 divided by 4? You got a calculator. 4. This -4 divided by -4 is a +1. So this gives me a +1x. Okay? All right, let's look at Thursday. The length of the rectangle is 2 centimeters more than 3 times the width. So let's draw a rectangle. Okay, draw a rectangle. It says length. That's how long it is. So L, length is, that's equal to 2 more than. So that's plus 3 times the width. 3W. That's how I write that. 2 more than, that's 2 plus times 3 the width. So that's 3W. That's 3 times W. Come on, stay at the twilight zone. Come on. You're in the twilight. So this is your length. I don't have to put L as it here no more. This is 2 plus 3W. This is your width. This is your width. Okay? This is very similar to what we did Monday. They told us that the perimeter is 36. So we're going to add all these sides together and set it equal to 36. Same thing we did Monday. This is Thursday problem down here. So you're going to take all these sides, add them together, and set it equal to 36. So you have the length, that's 2 plus 3W plus 2 plus 3W. That's both of the lengths added together, plus the widths, W plus W, all equal to a perimeter of 36. Sit up, babe. Okay? So now, we're going to do the same thing that we did on Monday, last Monday. We're going to add all of these terms together, combine like terms. What terms can we combine with 3W? What other terms are like it? Yes. 3W and I don't see it. W and W. This is 1W, this is 1W. It's automatically a 1 in front of it. So what's 3W plus 3W plus 1W plus 1W? How many W's is that? 4 W's? No. 3W plus 3W is what? Oh, 6 W's? That's 6W. Oh, 8 W's? It's 8 W's. Oh. Sonny, you gotta focus and pay attention, okay? I'm like that. Huh? You got it? Good. All right. What is what else can we combine together? We got the W's. What's next? The twos. When you combine the twos together, what does that give you? 4. That gives you 4. Plus 4. So that's plus 4 is equal to 36. Just bring down the equal to sign, bring down the 36. Okay, so now, Madeline, what do we do after that? What do we do after that? You're reading, so I assume that you've already done it. Can you please put your book away? If you haven't already done this, you have no business really reading. All right, so here we are going to get W by itself by getting rid of the 4. Please make sure you write this down, babe. Make corrections on your paper, okay? Turn to the right page. There you go. So we're going to subtract 4 on both sides. This is gone, and we're left with 8W. 36 minus 4. What's 36 minus 4? 32. All right. Stoney, make sure you wake up, honey. Can you tap in, please? Wake up, baby. All right. What are we going to do to get W by itself? Yes, baby. Division. Good job. And what's the answer, babe? W equals 4. Very good. W is equal to 4. Good job. Come on, stay awake. All right. I'm going to pause for the calls. Make sure that you have this. All right. So let's move. You still copying, babe? Okay. All right. Let's move to the homework. Let's make sure that we have all of it completed. Okay. In the video, the only thing that you had left to do, yes, baby. The only thing that we had left to do here were these 2 problems from the video. Okay, were these 2 problems from the video. What did we do in this problem right here to solve for m. Zoom in just a little bit. How do we get m by itself? Yes, babe. Very good. We're going to subtract 4 on both sides. Okay, so this is gone, and we're left with m is equal to, what's negative 12 minus 4? 16. Negative 16. Good job. All right, what did we do here in order to get x by itself? Yes, babe. Excellent job. Add 7 on both sides. Okay, and so that gives you x is what? 20. Good job. Okay. All right. Let's go on to Tuesday. Let's make sure that we understood what to do for Tuesday. Okay, so for number 1, what do we get rid of first, the 4 or the 2? Which one do you think you're going to move first, 4 or 2? 4. Nope. Anything that you can add or subtract that's not directly attached to the variable, get rid of it first, okay? So this is a positive 2. What's the opposite of adding 2? So you're subtracting 2 to get rid of the 2. That's what you get rid of first. All the numbers that are not directly attached to the variable. What's 6 minus 2? 4. Okay, so watch Miss Reyes do this part. This is going, make sure you got this written, babe. Make sure that you make corrections if you need to, okay? So this is A divided by 4, and this is gone. Now you're getting rid of the 4 that's being divided. What's the opposite of division? Multiplication. So in order to get rid of the 4 that's being divided, you're going to multiply by 4 on both sides. What is 4 times 4? 16. So A is equal to 16. This cancels out and you're left with just A. Yes, baby. You have to wait. All right, here we go. Number 2, we're going to do the same thing again. Only this time, we're going to get rid of the negative 6. How do you get rid of a negative or a minus 6? Add. So we're going to add 6 to both sides. Please make sure that you make corrections. When you add 6 to this side, this is gone. And you're left with x over, or x divided by 4. What's negative 5 plus 6? 1. It is 1. Very good. Okay, so now how do we get rid of the 4 that's being divided? What's the opposite of division? No. Multiplication. Very good. That's all right. Bless your heart. So what's your final answer going to be here? X is equal to what? 4. This cancels out, and so it's x is equal to 4. Please make corrections on your paper. Oh, I forgot this bottom one. This bottom one right here, what did we do to get n by itself? Yes. Divide it. You're going to divide both sides by 10. That's 4. Very good. Good job, babe. All right. Okay, so let's look at number 3. Come on, Jeremy, make sure you write this stuff in. This is an easy way to get 100 for this stuff. You don't. What happened to your packet? Take your packet back out. Okay, where's your packet? Where's your packet? Okay, write this stuff down. We're on Tuesday. All right, so now what do we do here to get x by itself? Ileana, what are we going to do? Okay, add 7 to both sides. Good job, babe. Get rid of this minus 7 by adding 7 to both sides. Okay. When you add 7 to both sides, this is gone. And we're left with 9x is equal to, what's negative 7 plus 7? 0. Said it right. Now what are we going to do to get rid of the 9 that is attached to x by multiplication? Division. We got to divide both sides by 9. Okay, very good. It is. Here, 9 goes into 9 one time. So this is 1x. And somebody already said it. 0 divided by 9 gives us what? It gives us 0. The answer is 0. Let's look at this one. Okay, look at where n is. Working on this side. What do we get rid of first? The 4 or the 5? Somebody said it. The 4. How do we get rid of this positive 4? Because there's no negative in front of it. How do we get rid of this positive or plus 4 right here? Subtract. So you subtract 4 on both sides. 0 minus 4 is negative 4. This is gone now, y'all. And so we're left with n divided by 5. How now do we get rid of the 5? Taylor, how do we get rid of the 5? How do we get rid of the 5? Girl, you better listen. We did it in the previous problem, okay? I need you to focus better because you in la-la land. So watch this, okay? What's the opposite of division? Taylor? Multiplication. So the only way to get rid of the 5 that's being divided is to multiply it by 5. Okay? Isaiah, does that make sense to you? Are you okay? All right. What's 5 times a negative 4? What's 5 times a negative 4? Lucy? Yeah, that's okay. Negative 20. Yes, all right. N is negative 20. This cancels out, okay? Okay. Let's look at number 5. Look at number 5. How do you get R by itself? Which one of these do you get rid of first? Do you get rid of the 20 first? Or do you get rid of the negative 5? Yes. You get rid of the negative 5. How? How do you get rid of the negative 5? Add it. So you're going to add 5 to both sides. Very good, sweetheart. What is negative 4 plus 5? Positive 1. Okay. Madeline, this is gone and we're left with R over 20. Okay. How do we get rid of the 20? This is division. What's the opposite of division? So we're going to multiply both sides by 20. Okay. 1 times 20 is going to give me 20 here. Then here when I multiply, that cancels out. That's going to be 1R or just R. 1R or just R. Okay. Let's look at number 6. Here, look at this. This is a different kind of problem. In order to even start this problem, I got to get rid of this 6 that's on the bottom. I can't do anything until I get rid of the denominator, which is 6. What's the opposite of division? So the only way to get rid of this 6 is to multiply both sides by 6. What is 6 times negative 1? What's 6 times negative 1? Negative 6. This is gone now, y'all. And we're left with 5 plus x. Come on, write this down, babe. Jeremy, let's write this down, sweetheart. So now, to get x by itself, We got to get rid of this 5. How do you get rid of this positive 5? Yes. Very good, sweetie. Subtract 5. Okay. Now we have negative 6 minus 5. What's negative 6 minus 5? No. Yes. Negative 11. Good job. Yes, that's scrap paper. It's just scrap paper. All right. Negative 6 minus 5 is the same as saying negative 6 is plus a negative. All right. So let's, number 7, you're going to do the same thing that you did. Same thing that you did with number 6, okay? Taylor, you can go to the restroom now, babe. The same thing you did in number 6. What do we do first? What did we do? You see what we did first in number 6? We're going to do the same thing here. So what are we doing? Getting rid of the denominator. How do we get rid of the denominator of 3? Multiply both sides by 3. So on this side, this is gone. So what are we left with on this side? What plus what? Ooh, I know, I'm sorry. V plus 9, because the 3's are gone, so you got V plus 9 on the top. What are we left with on the other side? What do we get? Come on, y'all. You have a calculator. You have a Say again. 24. All right. Now what do we do to get V by itself? Subtract 9. You're right. So this is gone, and we have V is equal to what number? Yes. 15. Okay. You good? You all right? Okay, let's do number 8. Let's do distributive property. That is 2 times n and then 2 times 5. What's 2 times n? Mm-hmm. 2n. 2n. And then that's okay. Then what's 2 times 5? 10. Is that what you said the first time? I didn't know if I couldn't tell if you said n or if you said 10 because they sound alike. All right, so either way, that wasn't right. So now what do we get here? What do we have to do next? Sorry. Subtract 10. Good job. Okay, this is gone, and we have 2 in here. Is equal to, what's negative 2 minus 10? 12. What kind of 12, though? It's negative 12. Good job. All right, so now what do? We Not. Somebody said it. No. Divide by 2. So we're going to divide both sides by 2. So 2 divided by 2 gives you 1 n is equal to, what's negative 12 divided by 2? Negative 6. Got it? I'm going to pause for the calls to give you a chance to make corrections. Any questions about Tuesday? Yes, baby? Mm-hmm. All right. So let's look at Wednesday. Okay. So for Wednesday, guys, we're using the same notes that I gave you in the video. So the first thing is distributive property. We don't have distributive property here. The second step is to combine like terms on either side. You can't combine 6R with 7. You can't combine 13 with 7R. You can't do that. So the next step is to move the variables to the same side. I'm either going to move, please listen to what I'm saying because I'm going to keep saying the same thing over and over again until you get it, okay? I'm either going to move 6R or I'm going to move positive 7R. They're both positive. It doesn't matter which one I move, okay? Yes, baby. Yeah, I know, but I'm making sure you have it right because I wasn't here. Does that make sense? And then I'm doing this per request because I got several emails saying that they didn't get it. Does that make sense? Okay. All right. So here I'm going to get rid of, preferably, I'm going to get rid of the one that's smaller. So I'm going to move the 6R. Okay. What's the opposite of adding 6? It's subtracting. So we're going to subtract 6R on both sides. When we subtract 6R on both sides, this is gone, and we're left with 7. We bring down to 13. Here, when we subtract, what's 7R minus 6R? What's 7R minus 6R? It's 1R, or just R. Now, what do we do to get R by itself?
Do we subtract 13?
You subtract 13. Good job. So when we subtract 13 on both sides, what's 7 minus 13? You have a calculator. I'll give you a hint. It's a negative.
Negative 6? No? What? 6.
You said negative. I didn't hear you, honestly. 6. Okay. Got it? All right. So let's look at this one over here. We're going to move the variables to the same side. So here, I'm going to move the smaller one. How do you move a negative 3 in? What's the opposite of subtracting 3 in? So you're going to add it to move it. That's what you have to do first. Add it to move it, subtract it to move it, but you're moving the variables to the same side. This is gone. Oh, I forgot to do something, y'all. Combine the like terms, because you're just going to be doing a bunch of work if you don't do that first. I'm sorry. I can't combine these two together because they're both n's. What's 1 n minus 3 n? I'll give you a hint. It's a negative. Anybody know? What's 1 minus 3? Somebody, we got calculators, y'all. 1 minus 3. Negative 2. Okay. Bring this down. Now let's combine like terms. So let's move this over. Well, actually, let's move this over here. So we're going to add 4n to both sides. Since it's already over here by itself, that's less work to just move this over here. What's negative 2 plus 4? Got a calculator. What's negative 2? And if you forget, guys, it is 2. If you forget what a negative sign is, it's down here, okay? This is the negative sign right here. Okay? All right, so we got 2n, positive 2n, and we got 14. So now what do we do to get n by itself, y'all?
Subtract.
No, not subtract.
Add to.
No.
Divide to.
Divide 2. That was your only other option, huh? Divide 2. You ran out of options. Well, you had multiplication. So here we got 2 divided by 2 is going to be 1n. What's 14 divided by 2? 7. Okay. Any questions about that? I'm going to do this problem just because it's longer. And I feel like that one's more complicated than the other one was. So let's do this one together. But I want to pause to give you a chance to write. All right. So let's look at this one. Okay. So we're going to combine like terms on each side because we don't have distributive property. So let's just combine like terms. What terms can we combine over here? What terms can we combine over here? Anybody see like terms over here that we can combine?
6b and 2b.
6b and 2b. What's 6b minus 2b?
4b.
4b. So we got 4b. Anything else that we can combine together?
14, negative 14, 7.
What's negative 14 plus 7? I'll give you a hint. It is a negative. Come on, Chloe. You done checked out. Come on, check back in. Negative 7. Minus 7. All right. So now we need to move the variables to the same side. I'm going to move the smaller one. I'm going to move 4b over here by subtracting it. Move the variables to the same side. This is gone, and I'm left with -7 is equal to, this is 1. What's 5 minus 4?
1.
It is 1. So we got plus 1b, or b. Now what do we do to get b by itself? Subtract what? 1. What's -7 minus 1? No, not -6. No, it is negative. I'll tell you that. Both of them are negative.
Wait. Oh, 8.
It's -8. Yep. Okay. Any questions about that? All right. Now what do we do to get the x's to the same side? We subtract. We're going to look at how it doesn't matter which one I move because it's the same. But look at what happens when I subtract, y'all. What's 2x minus 2x? 0. 2x minus 2x. So we got 5 over here and 6 over here. Do you see that? Is this true? No. This is a false statement. This is a no solution. All right, last day, Thursday. Anyone still copying? Because if you are, I can pause for the calls. Okay, I'll pause. All right, so let's look at Thursday. Okay, let's look at Thursday. For Thursday, the first thing that you're going to do, and I probably need to write it out to the side so you don't forget because these are longer problems. I'm going to abbreviate. You need to do distributive property first. These are long problems. Then you need to combine like terms. Then you need to move the variables. Move them to the same side. And I'm just abbreviating. These are all in your notes. And then last is isolate the variable. And all I did was just abbreviate. This is not all of it. I just wanted to give you a brief synopsis of what we wrote in our notes. Okay, so this first one is distributive property. So here I'm going to multiply +4 to both numbers in the parentheses, okay? So this is going to be -8n. This is +4 times both numbers in the parentheses. This is going to be, +4 times 1 is 4. +4 times 5n is going to be 20n. And all I do is just bring everything down. So always do distributive property first. Distributive property. Go ahead and do that first. Distributive property come first. Even for here, distributive property would be first. So this is going to be 7 times both numbers in the parentheses. This is -14. And this is +14. Distributive property goes first. Distributive property. Do distributive property first. You got 2 distributive properties. Do distributive property first. Next, combine like terms on both sides. So look at this. I'm going to combine like terms on this side. There's nothing to combine over here, but I can combine the ends together. Type it in your calculator. What's 20 minus 8? What's 20 minus 8? 12. So this is going to give me 12n. Bring down the 4. All right. So look at this. After I combine like terms, see distributive property, combine like terms. There is nothing to combine over here, nothing to combine over here. Okay? Now we got variables on both sides. Move the variables to the same side. So I'm going to move the smaller one. I'm going to move this -6n. The opposite of a negative is to add 6n on both sides. So this gives you 12 plus the 6n. What's 12 plus 6n? Yes. This is gone, and I'm left with negative 14. Okay, so now what are we going to do to get n by itself? No. Let's get rid of the 4 first. How do you get rid of the positive 4? Subtract it. So this gives me 18n over here. And what is, type it in, what's negative 14 minus 4? I'll give you a hint. It is a negative. Negative 18. And I forgot the n. Sorry. So now we got to get rid of this 18. How do you get rid of the 18 that's attached by multiplication? Divide both sides by 18. So what's 18n divided by 18? 1. So this is going to give me n is equal to a what? Negative 1. Okay. All right. Any other questions? I'm going to stop it right here. I do want you to try the other ones. This is the only thing I didn't do in the homework. So please try those and submit. So the thing that you are submitting, please make sure that you submit today. You have your warm-up. You have your homework that we just did. So who did not submit the equations maze? If you already have the equation maze sheet and you don't need mine, please put it underneath the desk and leave it for the next person. If you already have an equation maze sheet, then please put it under the desk in the desk cubby, or on a blank desk where you don't see there's anything there. Any questions about that? All right, so let's look at the maze sheet real quick. So just in case if you have questions about it, I can answer your questions about it. Okay. Are there any questions about how to do any of these equations that are here? If you have a question, I do not mind going through these with you. Is there anyone that needs me to go through these? What answer did you get for the first one? You should have shaded this in here. Shaded this in here. What did you get after that? Where did you go? Did you go here or did you go down? You go down. Okay? All right, so this should be shaded. All right, so what's after that? Do you go here or do you go down? You here or down? Okay? So this should be shaded also. Please make sure that you know I will give you 0 points for just this part. I got to see your work. So submitting just this is not going to be good enough. You have to make sure that you show your work, or you're not going to get any points for this assignment, okay? All right. Okay. All right. So do you go here or do you go here? 6. Somebody said 6, but it's actually 27. Okay. Please make sure that you show your work. So this should be shaded. Okay. What's after that? Well, you ain't got no choice but to go this way. 4. Really, Chloe? So this is shaded. Was that you, Amanda?
I said it. She said it after. I said it after.
Oh, okay. All right. So what's after that? Is it this one, or is it 6, or is it negative 2/3? 6. Okay. All right. Is it 5 or is it 1? 1. Okay. Okay. Is it 7/2, negative 7/2, or 2? 2. Okay. Negative 7/2. So you need to go back and make corrections to that. Is it down this way at 1.4, or is it -5? -5. All right. Is this answer 0, or is it a -3? I'm sorry, -16 over is 0. And then you can about guess from here that it's going to be up, over. Okay. Please make sure that you show your work and submit your work. If you have questions about any of the problems, you can feel free to ask me at this time. We do have time. So if you have questions about this, please ask me at this time. Any questions about any of these problems? Okay, please make sure that you show your work. If you just submit this part right here, I'm not going to give you credit for that. You're still going to get a 0. You need to make sure that you show your work for the problems that you have completed. Okay, so any questions about the maze? That was last week. Okay. The other thing that was last week were these problems right here that you were supposed to do in the video. Did everybody finish these from the video? Okay, I will help you out with these. We can just do the odds if you haven't started already. You can just do the odds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. That'll give you just 10. That's sufficient enough. So if you haven't already done these, please make sure that you do the odd. If you've already submitted it and you've completed it, great. Thank you. Practice is just going to make you a stronger student. If you haven't already started, you can just do the odd. All right, so now I'm going to show you where to submit all of these things online. I'm going to go ahead and stop the video, but I'm going to show you now where to make sure that you submit everything online. And then tomorrow we'll start with week 7 stuff. Okay? All right, your homework for tonight is to do the makeup work from last week. Okay, because I don't want us to go into a new week and you haven't finished the old week stuff. So please make sure that you submit everything that you're supposed to submit from week 6. So tonight will be your catch-up night. If you haven't done everything, then you need to make sure that you complete everything and submit it. Any questions? All right, so I'm going to go ahead and show you. I'm going to show you on the page where to submit everything.